So you haven't watched it all the way through in its entirety.
No.
You obviously did watch it all the way through. Mate, with all due respect to Gib, mate, he was trash.
So how did he win his first fight?
Because you know boxing and you've seen amateur fights, right? In amateur boxing, especially when there's not a big difference in skill level, even if one guy's better than the other, the person who's just willing to have the scrap usually wins, because it's not necessarily about, at the early stage of amateur, it's not necessarily about skill, it's about who's more willing to throw the punches and get hurt. So he won his first fights because he was aggressive and it wasn't about ability.
He only had one before that, right?
Two.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're both amateur YouTube fights. But
one was fairly high profile. York Hall and Amir Khan rocked up, and about every other Asian person was there.
It's probably the Logan Paul and Chase Spindler, I think it was.
He wasn't part of that.
Oh, was he not?
No, you're thinking of
Was that Vidal's fight or was that?
No, that stupid Fuzi Tube. You're thinking of Fuzi's fight.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was one that Amir Khan was part of, because it was part of like a charity event that he.
It was at York Hall and Amir Khan and.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Fuzi Tube, and that was
trash.
That was torture, mate. Because the guy Fuzi was fighting as well was literally 15 kilos lighter than him, I reckon, maybe. Like, this guy is fighting was probably about 10.5 stone, and Fuzi was probably about 13, 14 stone, and he got battered, mate, by this taller but very, very much slimmer guy. Got battered by him, like just he's like, his hands were just like this, and the guy was just punching, just constantly, just walking into his punches. But anyway, yeah, the Gibber fight. So he won his first two fights because he was just more aggressive and he just swung a lot.
Yeah, he just sort of went for it, and then you could sort of
really high output of
so
punches.
Was he on the undercard of the one we saw in Manchester?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was he? Cool.
That was his second fight.
Yeah.
That was against Jay Swindler. And again, this guy's another YouTuber.
Yeah.
But he's known like as being a bit of a nutter. All these stuff he does on his channel is a bit mental.
Yeah, again,
this Swindler guy on Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's part of that TGF Bros duo thing.
He's just beyond doing it. Basically,
they do most retarded shit going. Like,
one of their first videos I watched was with KSI, and they were doing front flips into stinging nettles bushes.
I think there's other KSI videos like there's them going down like a slip and slide with like sort of mouse traps down it. It's just like
what?
Yeah, bro, mouse traps all over it, and they're just going down.
So are they not dead?
I don't know.
I just don't care.
He cemented his head into a microwave.
Oh yeah, and that made the news.
And almost suffocated and died.
that made that mainstream news as well, though.
Yeah, and he had to call the ambulance, and they had to saw him out because he cemented his head into a microwave.
Who did?
This guy called Jay Swindler. He's a YouTuber, and they do really nutty. They're kind of like the Jackass of the UK a little bit, and they do really nutty stuff on their YouTube channel. And one of the things he did was he cemented his head into a microwave.
What do you mean cemented his head into a microwave?
He put his head in the microwave. They poured cement into it, and then it hardened, turned into concrete. And then his head was stuck inside a microwave, concreted in, like, not that. That's not concrete.
In the door bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he opened it, put his head in, and they poured concrete in it, and then that's it. His head was in cement.
He put some breathing tubes in. There's like some like plastic tubes to go through to the outside of it.
Yeah. I think he was struggling though, wasn't he, to breathe a little bit. And then and then he couldn't.
It's still probably hard as
He thought they'd be able to get him out. Obviously they couldn't because he cemented his head into it. So they had to call out the ambulance. And they sawed his head out with like a massive like circular saw.
What a dumbass.
That's what he does though. That's the kind of shit he does. Like, do you know who it was just saying?
No, I was looking at the question.
He's done like jumping into stinging nettle bushes. He did like a slip and slide of mouse traps on it.
I think like recently he's done like he's taken a bath in like
he's just
like
nuts.
He's got like holly bush and like sort of stuck in a bath and just sort of sat in it for about an hour.
Yeah, he's not deluded.
Fairly minor. Like the mouse traps would actually like chop fingers off, surely.
No, they're not as bad as you think they are. Like it'd really hurt, but it's not chopping fingers off, mate. Like it would slam shut on your finger, but it wouldn't. I don't think it'd go through the bone. It fucking hurt, and you have a really bad bruise, but that.
Yeah, but even what if it caught like a bit of like phlegm? Surely it'd go through that.
No. It would go through like things like if you had skin like that, it'd probably go and it'd go through that, but not like fat. It wouldn't. No, it'd really hurt. But no, I reckon you'd be alright. I don't think anything bad would come of it. But yeah, anyway, so the fight, right? I was expecting two things because based on the KSI Logan 2, I didn't see the level of improvement I was expecting.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting it to be a high quality fight, although I was expecting, because it's amateur level and Gib was always super aggressive, I was just expecting him to come out, Jake to probably be the better boxer, but just to get outworked and just get pushed back the whole time, because that's generally what happens.
Yeah, it seems to the KSI sort of Logan 1 fight where it's just a case of feel like sort of Logan looked better, but then he just had no stamina going. So.
Yeah, so I was thinking Gibb was just going to come out, get clocked a few times, but then just keep swinging, and eventually he'd just do enough damage where he'd win the fight. That's not what happened. He came out, he looked absolutely awful. His technique was terrible. He was literally this far from the ground. He kept ducking, like squatting, and then trying to come up and punch. But as he's doing it, Jake, massively the superior fighter in this sense, like by miles, mate.
He had a really good pro training him. I forget his name, but he
Sugar Shane Mosley.
Yeah, he's been in with like fucking Mayweather and shit.
Yeah, he rocked Mayweather, almost knocked out Mayweather. Like the closest person to beating Mayweather was this geezer. And yeah, mate, and he actually looked like a half decent amateur boxer. I mean, I know Gibb was garbage, but like as he's coming forward, he's swinging. He's literally like calculating his shots, going bop, hitting him with one, and then comboing up straight away. He knocked him down 3 times in the first round, mainly because they weren't bad punches. He didn't get rocked or anything, but like his balance was just shocking. He was just kept squatting down really low and then coming up and trying like jack in the boxing basically, and that only works if your opponent's not swinging loads of punches at you, or if you've got like,
or if he's just that slow, really.
Yeah, he did. Like... Yeah. Again, and Gibb looked a bit slow. He just looked shit, and he basically just kept falling over. Every time he got hit, he was losing his balance and falling over. And they had the 3 knockdown rule in effect, so he got knocked down 3 times. I thought one of them was a bit harsh.
What one? The one where he put his glove down instead of his knee, was it?
Yeah, one. He didn't really get knocked down, but he slipped and his knee touched the ground. So I don't think he actually got hit to the ground. He kind of slipped and his knee touched the floor, and they were like, "That's a knockdown." Then there's another one where he fell into the ropes, and they counted that as a knockdown. Even though I don't think his knees touched the floor.
I think he might have put his glove down, which might have that constitutes it. I'm not entirely
massive lack.
I saw the last one, and that didn't look like a savage knockdown. He got straight back up. And
after the fight, he had like a tiny black eye, like a tiny bit. That's it. Like he wasn't. But Jake was bleeding from the nose again.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just him though. I feel like it's just him.
But... Yeah, no, that is. He's got a problem with his nose. Apparently, he has to. I don't know what they call it. They like essentially just like burn almost. So they do something inside your nose.
Oh, they do that to like loads of people.
Yeah, but he's got a problem where he has to have it done even when he's not boxing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like if he gets hit in the face, his nose just goes and just bleeds everywhere. So now he won that fight convincingly. Big KSI's there. They were in the ring together and Big Beef kicked off. Now he wants to fight KSI. He is by far the best boxer out of this. Has come out the whole.
Oh yeah.
YouTube, Jake Paul is by far the best, and it's depressing to say that. Coming out of this whole amateur scene, he's by far the best. Not even close. Like talent wise, he's obviously clearly the best fighter. But I still reckon he's going to lose. If he fights KSI, I still reckon he's going to lose. Just because that nose, mate. Because KSI's not... That geezer can take a fucking punch. So he's not going to get... Gibb got knocked down, bad balance, couldn't take a punch. KSI can take a fucking whack and carry on. And I feel like he might catch a few early punches, but then he's going to... The stamina and the work rate, and Jake's going to end up definitely catching a few heavier punches from a guy... basically equal in size to him this time.
Yeah.
Because Gibbs only like 5'8", 5'9". Jake's like claims he's 6'2", but he's about 5'11", 6 foot. He's more like my height, and he reckons he always says he's like 6'1", 6'2", and he just ain't.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Jake and KSI are probably about the same sort of size anyway.
Well, they got into the middle of the ring together, and they're talking to each other, and he turns around to KSI and goes, "What are you going to do, little man?" I'm looking at him, I was like, KSI's
the same height,
taller and wider than you. I was like, why are you calling him little man? So yeah, it looks like there's, and then. It looks like that's going to happen now, although Vidal's not going to train anyone.
Oh, really?
And then,
he's Vidal focusing on his own career now?
Yeah, because he was meant to fight in December and he got injured. So, like, that's the only reason he took this one on. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. So I really beg that KSI gets a proper boxing cut, like a boxer to train him, like Jake's got Sugar Shane Mosley. I really hope that they get someone good in. Anybody?
Well, I know...
And then Eddie Hearn came out and said he wants to do 3 of these a year.
Yeah. Well, they have that American footballer that wants to fight Logan. But ain't he been arrested or something?
Oh, he's got some sort of charges against him for something or other.
Who's this?
Some American footballer that Logan wants to fight.
I forget his name.
Yeah, no, I can't remember his name either.
That's weird because I was watching the
JMX wants to fight him as well.
Yeah, and then I was about to say like sort of during the whole press conference, there's a big thing like JMX and Logan doing like an MMA fight.
JMX is an English YouTuber, not that big compared to the rest of the people going around, but he's 1-0 in professional MMA, and he's had 2 amateur boxing fights, won both of them, and he's about 6'3", so this guy would be a good opponent.
6'3", I thought he was a bit.
He's a giant, man. Big guy.
No, but I thought he was taller than that too.
Oh, he might be 6'4" even.
Again, I thought he was like sort of like Andrew, like that 6'4", 6'5" sort of thing.
I don't think he's as tall as Andrew, but he's a big geezer. And Logan's about 6'2", big wedge man. Like, so that would be. But they want to do MMA, and I think he's willing to take him on MMA because J-Mac's like a striker, like knees and arms and shit, and Logan's obviously got like a
wrestling background,
state fucking level wrestling. Yeah, so that'd be interesting. But yeah, Eddie Hearn said he wants to come out and do 3 of these a year, so expect 3 of them a year until the novelty wears off, I guess.
They ain't gonna be.
Jake KSI will be huge. That could potentially be ginormous, because that's way more genuine beef.
Whereas this one was just slipped in.
Yeah.
Card. Well, loads of shots on that card, but
Tevin Farmer lost, didn't he? His IBF title.
Yeah, and there were 2 other world title fights. Andrade won his convincingly, and then the other one lost to the Eastern European guy. I forget.
The only pro fight I really followed was the Tevin Farmer one. But
Sims Jr. lost as well, Mayweather's cousin.
Oh really? Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to say I wasn't massively surprised by Farmer losing just because he already had. I know it was all early in his career, but he had 4 losses on his record already. And the other guy was 30-1, I think, before this fight.
I think so, yeah.
So he had a better record. They both were 30 wins, I think, but he defended his title quite a few times. You said the other day.
Yeah, I think 4 or 5.
But he's what he is. I don't think he's going to be crying about it. He'll probably try again and get it back. He only lost in decision, didn't get knocked out or anything. So anyway, if anything, Des, we'll move on from this now.